Hello, guys, and welcome to your Bitcoin report for today. Today is Friday, September 28th, 2018. Welcome to the show. Listen, I'm glad to have you here. First thing we want to talk about is, uh, well, let's open up the charts, shall we, and take a look at Bitcoin today. First thing we want to talk about is Bitcoin is getting ready. It's It's found at many bottoms, and if we take a look here, let's take a look at the 30-minute. See if we can see this a little bit better. Maybe we'll go back a little bit further to the 1 hour. Yeah, what we can see is right in here. It's 60.94 was the last bottom, and what we see here is we draw a line between this 60.94 and coming right up here like this, you can kind of see it taking a very slow, it started, that was a turning point. At 60.94 was a turning point. And what I notice is that the lows are getting less low and the highs are getting we're getting higher lows and higher highs, very slightly. It's very slow movement upwards. It started trudging upwards when it turned at 60.94. I think that could. It's a little bit tentative yet. It's a little bit early to tell if this is it. But I think it's starting to look like the 60.94 was the final bottom, possibly, and now we've busted through, and the market might be turning bullish. It's very possible. It's got that kind of a look, like it's right here at 60.94. It seems like it's a turning point. If you notice, this low right here bottomed out at around 62.06. And this next one here bottomed out at 63.26, and now we're making another low right now, and it's probably going to only go down to about 6,500 or so before it bottoms out, you see. If we move to the 1 minute here, we can see that this will probably fall today, and it'll probably fall down to around 6,500, and it'll turn back up again. And what we're looking at is it's probably going up. Let's go back to that 1 hour again. If we look at this, it's probably going to go up to about, on the next rise up, probably around 6,900 or 7,000, somewhere around that range. And then it'll fall back down again to probably 66 and 6,700. And then the next one will go up higher. And after a while, this market's going to, if it keeps doing this, making these little bit higher highs, a little bit higher lows, after a while, all of a sudden, this market will stabilize, and all of a sudden, it'll start to heat up again. And this could really happen fast, you know. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations. 219 billion right now at 52.1% Bitcoin dominance. And some of these coins are in the red and some are in the green. Bitcoin Cash is in the red, and only because it went up yesterday really a lot. It's just tapering back down a little bit, but a lot of these coins are in the green too, and it's kind of like a little bit of a mixed bag as far as the altcoins are concerned today. We're going to take a quick look at an altcoin here. One of my viewers was talking about Electroneum. And I was just taking a look at it this morning. It's seen a massive increase in price, and generally the reason why a coin will see a massive increase in price is because they're doing something right. And investors know that they're doing something right. Evidently, Electroneum is starting to do something right. This is their website right here, and what they're vying for is mass adoption. They're looking at getting in the third world areas and stuff, and spreading and getting these phones into the hands of people who do not have banking right now. And this will be their bank, you know. It's going to provide a digital payment solution to the developing world, and this is the marketplace that they're aiming at. And they're aiming at trying to create a $3 trillion market that's going to work off of cell phones and a cell phone network. So some of these coins, you know, it's just like anything. Just because a coin has good marketing, has a good development team and everything else. Sometimes the development team can change and things can change and it might not make it, or it might grow stronger. They're kind of like plants, you know. You ever seen a plant growing in the garden? It looks really healthy and strong, and a few days later something might come along, a bird might come along and peck at it or something, or it might not get the right watering or rain or whatever, it withers. Whereas another plant might grow up strong. Like these are like growing. It's all alive, this cryptocurrency market and all these different coins. It's just like plants in the garden. Some of them are going to really get strong and grow. And if you can invest in those ones, and Electroneum just could be one of those ones, but it could not be. But if you get the right ones, that'll move up in this cryptocurrency market, when the big money comes into cryptocurrency, then you can make a lot of money off of these coins. Now, this is one I got my eye on right now, is Electroneum. Let's take a look at something else here real quick. Bitcoin investors beware. The IRS wants a piece of the action. Well, you know, I don't think people realize exactly how greedy the IRS actually is. Well, maybe they do realize how greedy they are, but they're very, very greedy for money. And the thing about it is this Bitcoin has caught them by surprise. It's kind of been in the infancy. This whole thing is in the infancy of the marketplace, Bitcoin, and how the IRS evidently is taxing Bitcoin and stuff is they are, where does it say here, how they view it? They do not view it as money. Now, where is it? I'm trying to find it here, how they view Bitcoin. They don't view it as money right now. They view it as property. I was reading it here about that, and suddenly I can't find it, you know. But they don't view it as money. They actually view Bitcoin as property. And this is all going to have to change, because nobody is claiming, or hardly anybody. It says 800 taxpayers claim Bitcoin gains. Well, when you take a look at America and how many people are buying and selling Bitcoin right now, even though it's in its infancy, still 800's nothing. It means that most of these people, the way Bitcoin is processed right now, the IRS is missing out on an awful lot right now. An awful lot's falling through the cracks. Picture if it was a sieve, and you were draining something, or you were pouring water, and you're trying to catch water, and you're trying to hold it in a sieve, and the water's all running out through the holes. That's what the IRS has right now, trying to catch these taxes from Bitcoin and this thing. An awful lot of their tax money, people are going to use Bitcoin as an escape and stuff, and an awful lot of their money is draining out through all these holes in the sieve. Well, you know, the IRS is not going to allow that for very long, but once Bitcoin starts to grow past the size where they can start to see huge possibilities. You know, I mean, right now, while Bitcoin's in its infancy and there's not that much money they're losing, they're still scooping in most of the money that they would get through the old processes that they have in place. And keeping Bitcoin in this position that they have it now, as being marked as property instead of being marked as currency, which is what it really is. In other words, they've labeled it wrong. Basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is they've labeled Bitcoin wrong. Bitcoin is actually currency, and they're labeling it as property. They're losing out on a lot. But all of a sudden, when Bitcoin gets to a certain size, maybe a year or 2 years down the line, when it's so big, when this baby grows so big, he's going to grow out of the cradle. Then what's the IRS going to do? Well, I'll tell you, they're going to figure it out. I'm already ahead of it. They're going to figure it out. They're going to have to not make cryptocurrency illegal. That will never fly in America. That would never fly. But what will fly is making the wallets that give you anonymity illegal. In other words, the cryptocurrency wallets that are right now allowed all through the United States and everybody uses, you can keep changing your Bitcoin address anytime you want to, and that address has nothing associating that particular address with you. It's just a big long string of numbers. And the way it is right now, people can pick address after address after address, and there's billions of addresses floating around out there, and they're not really linked to any particular individual, except it's difficult. And I'm not going to say they're not really linked to any individual, but it's difficult to link them. It's a mismatched mess of billions of addresses floating around out there, sending money back and forth, and it's like a big tangled mess. That's the way it is right now. In one fell swoop, when Bitcoin gets really big, all the IRS has to do is say, okay, all of these wallets that enable you to have multiple addresses, pick 1,000 different addresses, that's over. Over, guys, over. We're going to give you a new government wallet that'll hold all of your favorite coins, right? A government registered wallet, and we're going to link that wallet to you. Basically, you're going to have to sign up for the wallet, and you're not allowed in America any other wallet except the government issued wallet that'll hold all of your popular coins. And so to the people who are in cryptocurrencies, this is going to be like, okay. Because if it's a government issued wallet, it's going to be the best wallet out there with probably with the best, most secure software anyway, the best, safest place to keep your coins. And so Americans will go for it wholeheartedly. They'll say, hey, this is great. This new government wallet works better than any of the other wallets, and it's a free download. All I have to do is sign up. And to sign up, I have to give them my social security number and my driver's license number, my name and my address and my everything else, all the information about me. And then as soon as I sign up, they assign me a wallet address that'll work on every single coin. All right? Now, the IRS, all they have to do is once they've created this wallet, create a database for all these different coins, right? And that assigned wallet address, that database would hold the blockchain of all these different coins. And that assigned wallet address, once they enter it into the computer, your wallet address, it would show, doesn't matter what coin you're using, whether you're using Litecoin or you're using Ethereum or you're using Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. That assigned wallet address, as soon as they type it into the computer at the IRS, would show every transaction you made in every coin. And it would instantly take all of those transactions you made and convert it into dollars. So it'd show how much money you made, how much money you spent, where you spent it, all the way through the year. And there'd be no escaping. There'd be no escaping the whole thing because they would have it right there. And all of this money that's escaping them now is small. The small potatoes, it's not really bothering them too much because the money that they're losing right now by having Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies listed as property, they're losing a lot of money. Look, it says here only 800 people reported in. Well, you know there's more than 800 people in the United States right now that's into cryptocurrencies. Heck, I've got over 29, and this is a small channel, and I just started it, and I got like 2,900 people and they're into cryptocurrencies. Well, there's millions more. You know, across America, there's probably 500,000 people across America who are into cryptocurrencies. And it says here 800 taxpayers claim Bitcoin gains. The IRS. So, I mean, they're missing out on a lot. But as that grows, right now, we might have 1 million people in the United States that's using cryptocurrency, or maybe more. As that number grows to 50 million people using cryptocurrencies, the IRS is going to have to get in on this at a certain point. And that's what I just mentioned is probably their best, easiest way, rather than going ahead and banning crypto or trying to ban cryptocurrencies, which would only create an underground marketplace. You know, ban the wallets. that allow you anonymity. And that's the way the IRS can get in on this. Anyway, that's the way I see it. And that's my personal opinion on it. And I think that if it occurred to me, then it'll probably occur to them to do it. You know, I mean, I mean, when there's that much money at stake for them, and knowing how greedy they are for money, of course they're gonna figure it out how to reap the money out of the cryptocurrencies, and it's actually very simple. And if the United States does that and builds their own wallet, an IRS wallet, multi-wallet, that holds all of the different coins, then the other countries would say, "Hey, look, look at what the United States did, and they're collecting 100% of the crypto revenue, right?" And all the other countries would all hop on board then at that point too, and they'd all be in it for the money, you know. I mean, this is right now it's like the old west, the world of cryptocurrencies right now, and what we have is the governments do not know how to handle this yet. It's sort of come out of nowhere, and it's growing huge, and it's just like, what do we do with these things? What do we do with these cryptocurrencies? Well, they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out pretty soon, believe me. And I don't think banning them is what's actually going to happen. I don't think you're going to see banning them, because that doesn't work. That just creates an underground market and makes it so that they lose even more money. That just opens the holes in the sieve so that the water pours out, even if water's money, so the water pours out even quicker. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next show. Bye-bye, guys.